This young phenom named Caitlin Clark is reshaping women's basketball, and comes with it is a lot of criticism and jealousy from her WNBA counterparts, but also comes the respect and admiration from fans across the world, which speaks volumes to her abilities. Clark's unreal talent has caught the attention of NBA legends who have had a lot to say about her, for good and for worse. One thing retired players excel at is their hot takes. None of them want to fade into irrelevance, so whenever a new star emerges, the old heads can't resist sharing their opinions. Some take a positive approach, while others lean towards negative critiques. Today, we're exploring something different. Instead of examining the opinions of basketball legends on a new NBA star, we'll see what they have to say about the WNBA's latest sensation, the one and only Caitlin Clark. So, let's hear what these NBA greats have to say. Kevin Garnett is a recent legend who has made a strong case for Clark's abilities. Clark has the capacity to compete at the top level, according to Garnett, who discussed this on his podcast, Ticket and Truth with Paul Pierce. Pierce asked an intriguing question. If Caitlin Clark played for 30 minutes in an NBA game, could she score? Garnett answered without hesitation. He said the following about Clark's style of play.
You ain't in the Steph Curry shape. That's how she plays, bro. She gonna give you more than 10. She can shoot, and she got work, bro. It ain't tough no more. You can't hand check. And if you let a motherfucker wiggle, you feel me? Yeah. Man, she can wiggle. Matter of fact, what's she playing with? A women's ball?
Nah, she playing with the NBA ball. She can get 10.
She can still get money in them.
Caitlin Clark has been directly compared to none other than Steph Curry. Caitlin has proved time and time again that her range is practically limitless. Reporters had to automatically ask Curry about her playstyle and whether he thought it was similar to his own. He responded to that on CBS Morning in this way. Receiving such high praise from the greatest shooter in basketball history underscores how formidable Caitlin Clark will be in the league. Steph Curry didn't just leave it at that. He also added,
I think it almost robs her of the rest of her game because she's such a good floor. It's must-see TV.
Being compared to Steph Curry alone would have been a significant milestone of success, but for Curry himself to state that his comparison only scratches the surface of Caitlin Clark's potential is among the highest praise one can receive. Allen Iverson is another NBA legend who has voiced his opinions. He has had a big influence on basketball both on and off the court. In the same way that he changed the game, Iverson believes Caitlin Clark has the ability to change women's basketball. Iverson gave Clark high marks for her college basketball accomplishments before she signed with the WNBA. Iverson discussed Clark's talent and potential openly when he was questioned about his feelings regarding her.
Man, shoot the blood out of the ball. You know what I mean? And then just how aggressive she is, and not just scoring the basketball, getting her teammates involved as well. I think she's so great for the game. You know what I mean? It was a pleasure watching her, and I just think down the road, she's going to only get better.
Caitlin Clark is exciting to watch for any basketball fan because she can score from anywhere on the court and set up her teammates with great passes. Her long-range three-pointers like Steph Curry's and her ability to make unexpected passes makes her a threat throughout the game. During the Iowa vs Louisville NCAA tournament, Elite 8 match in 2023, Caitlin Clark's success wavered to the point where even Magic Johnson couldn't ignore it. With an amazing 40 points with 3 double-doubles, Clark helped her side win 97-83. She became the first player in NCAA basketball history to accomplish this feat in both men's and women's division. This incredible accomplishment was not overlooked. Magic Johnson highlighted the rarity of a 40-point triple-double in a tweet about it. Not even greats like himself, Michael Jordan, or Larry Bird, he said, had accomplished this. Magic showed how much these basketball veterans respect Caitlin Clark's talent and accomplishment by bringing them up. Shaquille O'Neal, another NBA legend who has been outspoken about Caitlin Clark. He believes she is the greatest female college player ever, and even shared his opinion on live television.
I'm gonna go on the record and say she's the best female collegiate player ever.
In another interview, Shaquille O'Neal praised Caitlin Clark even more. He highlighted how her playing style and scoring have brought attention to her team in a way none other woman has. Shaq challenged people to name another female player who's doing what Clark does, noting how she's changing the game and showing a new side of women's basketball. He added, I've never seen another player like Caitlin Clark. That's why I think she's the best college player ever. It's just my opinion, but I really mean it. Shaq is known for being tough on new players, so his high praise for Caitlin shows she's the real deal. When it comes to judging greatness, who better than LeBron James? Possibly the greatest NBA player ever. LeBron is a big advocate for women's hoops and always praises their competitiveness. He loves how women's game build up to the big moments, like the women's Final Four and Elite Eight. He once said Iowa had a great team, but Caitlin Clark was the reason people tuned in.
Iowa was a great team, but Caitlin Clark is the reason we tuned in.
In March, Caitlin made history by breaking the NCAA scoring record for women's college basketball. Among all the congratulations she received, LeBron was one of the first to tweet, saying, "Congrats Caitlin Clark on becoming the all-time leading scorer." Kevin Durant, a basketball lover who keeps a close watch on up-and-coming prospects worldwide, was one of the first NBA stars aware of Caitlin Clark. He saw her play in an under-17 AAU team and had to say this about her.
Just commanded the whole game. I was like, who the hell is this? She is nice. It was like, oh, she's the best player in the country. I was like, oh, damn, I see it now.
He was the first high-profile NBA player to give such a positive approval of Caitlin's game, and she couldn't help but respond by saying,
I mean, obviously that's super cool. Katie's always been one of my favorite players growing up, and I think he's one of the best players to ever play the game.
"You've got to appreciate and respect the greats have for each other, right? Even the current stars in the league recognize how special Caitlin is, and many of them are in awe of her talent." Luka Doncic, the Slovenian superstar, was once asked if Caitlin's game reminded him of his own, and his answer was, "It's more like Steph Curry, but in a woman's version. She shoots better than me, that's for sure." That's a true testament to her talent. Clark has leveraged social media to maximize her brand and endorsements, reaching unprecedented levels in women's basketball. Despite her immense popularity, the narrative around her emphasizes that she could receive no special treatment on the court and should not face undue criticism for simply being herself. Her influence has elevated the WNBA to new heights, once considered unattainable, a fact acknowledged by LeBron James, speaking on his podcast, Mind the Game. LeBron highlighted Clark's impact, stating,
"One thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to watch. More people want to tune in. I saw for the first time that they had a chartered plane for the first time in their league history. You know, they flew private. That should be celebrated in its own right. For anyone that's, you know, in sports that's flown commercial or flown, you know, charter, that should be celebrated. And it's because of Caitlin Clark. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA.
Despite facing early challenges, there are clear signs that Caitlin Clark is adapting and evolving. She's honing her game, refining her shooting and passing to meet the demands of professional play. Her leadership on the court is evident, guiding herself and her teammates to maximize their effectiveness. While there's a room for improvement, this adaptation process is why so many NBA legends continue to believe in her potential. They recognize her raw talent early on, and now witness her transforming challenges into opportunities, reshaping her game to dominate the WNBA as she did in college. Alright, that wraps up for this one. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this episode. See you in the next one.